Hi everyone, Joe from Queens, and I'm doing a little bit of a different video today. I'm not doing a shaving video. I was tagged by Paul H. of Paul H. Films to do a video on my 7 deadly sins of shaving. Now, I did one in 2014, and some of you saw it, or you can go back and watch if you want. But I'm doing one in 2017. To be tagged by Paul, what an honor. And if that's not an honor enough, he picked me as one of his sins. I couldn't believe it when he said it. His sin of envy. I would explain it to you, but Paul will do it best. Let me show you what Paul said. I'm humbled, I gotta tell you. Take a look at what Paul said.
Chaps, that Joe, it is Joe from Queens, Briarwood 138. He's just one of those people that come across through the camera as friendly. Someone you know, if you met in real life, you'd get on with. And I just get the feeling through his... I mean, I've never met the man, but I get the feeling through his videos that I've known him for years. And I think that's a gift. If someone can come across so friendly and, you know, inviting, if you like, and down to earth. And he's not afraid of using top-end products, and he's not afraid of using the basic stuff. He loves shaving for what it is. He loves people. He's very welcoming, as I can see from his videos when he meets people. Very kind man. So I envy his natural way, if you like, he comes across through his videos of being such a friendly man that you know you'd get on with in real life. So yeah, I envy you, Joe. You're a fantastic man.
What an honor. Okay, let's go to our first sin, the sin of greed. Now, when we talk about greed, we're going to talk about our most expensive and inexpensive sins when it comes to wet shaving. Let's start with the most expensive. It's not something per se, really, that I have as a shaving possession. It's a place. And you can probably imagine where it is. It's pastors, and that's going to be the most expensive sin. Every time there's Cheddar. Hi, Cheddar. How we doing? All right, there's Cheddar. Every time I look at my shaving soaps, my creams, my aftershaves, I notice these little pink labels because I went to pastors, and everything has these little pink. That's how much of my collection comes from there. It's just like so many items with this little pink sticker on it. So for my most expensive sin in wet shaving, pastors, and there's 2 of them. The one on East 34th Street in Manhattan, the Midtown one, is a little bit bigger than the other one. That's the one I go to. It's more convenient for me. It's closer to the train. I take the train from Long Island to Manhattan, and you know, it's too convenient for me. So my most expensive sin for 2017 is going to be the cat. No, it's not going to be the cat. It's going to be, of course, pastors. Now, what's my least expensive sin of wet shaving? It has to be my love of Arco. I love Arco, and I buy it by the box. I buy it by the box. I buy the Arco sticks, the shaving sticks, and I buy it by the dozen. I never can use them all. I end up giving them away, and I just, you know, like to have it in the collection. And I got this whole box here, I think, for about $12 or $13, about a buck a stick, a little bit more, about $1.25 a stick, and I sent away for it, and you can't beat the price of that. Also, I like the Arco aftershave cream. It's like a balm, but it's thicker than most balms. And of course, I buy it by the box. And this is what the tube looks like. I paid $1 a piece for these. It's just so thick, and it just soothes the face after especially after a tough shave, using like you know, one of the razors that you know, that are very aggressive. So Arco is my very least expensive, and at $1 and change a piece. my least expensive sin. Everything should be that cheap in shaving, but it's not. But what can I say? Let's go to our second sin. Okay, sin number 2 is the sin of wrath. Love and hate. What do I love and hate the most? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's right here. It's this baby. It's a Gillette Fat Boy. And I sent it off to Phoenix, Arizona. I sent it off to Matt Pisosic over at Razor Emporium. And Matt redid it. He replated it. He made it like new again. And he sent me this nice little certificate of revamp to show that it's been revamped over at Razor Emporium. Fantastic job. They do a tremendous job there. Anytime I have a problem with a razor, off to Phoenix it goes. And look at this. I just can't bring myself. That's why I hate it. I can't bring myself to using it. It's just too beautiful. And I don't want to use it. It's been redone, replated. And I have a few of them. I have a few Fat Boys. I have a few Slims. So I just don't have the heart to use it. It's just too beautiful. So this is my love-hate relationship. I love it, and I hate that I don't use it. I really should, but I just can't bring myself to do it. So that's sin number 2, the sin of wrath. Let's move on to sin number 3, the sin of gluttony. What I think is the most delicious, gluttonous sin that I have, the item that I have that's the most gluttonous. I'm going to go with tobacco. I have the tobacco bowling pin series. I have the tobacco aftershave, the tobacco cologne, and also, of course, it wouldn't be complete without the tobacco shaving soap. And I just love the smell of tobacco. I don't know what it is, the herbal. I even have tobacco soap in the shower, the bar soap. Tobacco wins. That's the gluttonous choice of mine, my sin of gluttony, and it's tobacco. Love tobacco, and it wins for 2017. There it is. Okay, the next sin is the sin of sloth. What do I neglect the most out of laziness? It's something that I like very much, but I do neglect it. I should use it more. And it's my Cobra. For some reason, I just, it takes its own blades, the bigger blades, and it's in this nice box, and I should get it out of the box more often and use it more often. When I have a heavy beard, I'm going to shave again tomorrow night, and I might use one of these are part of my heavy-duty squad. So this might, I should take it out. I should use it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous razor, and I'm too lazy to use it most of the time. So for the sin of sloth, here she is, the Cobra. All right, for pride, the next sin. What am I most proud of? It's the same one I was proud of back in 2014. I just didn't have it set up yet. I brought it over from Queens to Long Island, and I hadn't had it up yet, but now it's been set up for a while, and my Gillette display that's on the wall of my shave den, and it's the first thing you see when you walk into the shave den, and I have all my new old stock things on there and some blades on there, and I think that's what I'm most proud of. So that's what wins for the sin of pride. So that wins for the sin of pride is the Gillette display. Beautiful thing to see when you first walk into the shave den, and there it is staring at you as you walk in the door. So that's the one. Next is the sin of lust. I don't really lust for much. There's one item that I'm looking for that I haven't gotten yet. That I would say that wins for lust, for that sin of lust, and that's the Gillette Fat Boy with the bottom dial. Very rare. I have a few, but they're all the top dials. The Gillette fat boy with the bottom dial is probably on my lust list. That's my lust sin. So we're going to go with the bottom dial fat boy for that one. And last but not least, envy. Now I won Paul's, and I'm so proud of that. Thank you, Paul, again. But my envy, you know, who do I envy the most in the wet shaving community? And I was thinking, you know, about it. Who should I pick? And I was thinking, you know, of course, you know, Ken Surfs. Ken, you know, I love your videos, and you have a lot of great things and a very nice shave done. And you know, I thought about it, but I'm sure other people are going to pick you. So I'm gonna let them do that. And Kevy shaves. He's one of the guys. He's also across the pond that I would say I envy. But I think other people are gonna pick him. So I'm gonna let someone else pick him for envy. So I'm gonna pick somebody that doesn't have quite the popularity of those two, but I watch his videos, and he's got this personality, and he doesn't have a big shave done, which is the strange thing. He's always shaving with a fat boy, a grungy fat boy, or he's shaving with the Rockwell, and those are like his two razors. And he sometimes uses he sends himself. He uses the can of Barbasol. Once in a while, we let it go, and he uses, you know, sometimes he uses a regular soap. I don't know his real name. He goes by the name of SinatraLennon, and was it Lennon Sinatra? One or the other. Sinatra. I'm going to put his link right below. I'm getting a visitor again. This is the other cat. But he uses those same two razors, and he's just so interesting. I think he does radio for a living. He does voiceover, so he's very good, you know, when he speaks. And I enjoy his videos. And he doesn't spend a lot of money. He spends very little money. He's not like us who blow it all on fancy things and large, you know, amounts of things. So SinatraLennon, you know, I'm going to put his link down. Take a look. It's just so interesting. I envy him. He can keep so many viewers entertained and not have to constantly buy new things. It's just amazing the way he does it.
Good morning, ladies and gents. It's the morning after the last video you saw, the pipe smoking and scotch drinking. Don't worry, I didn't overdo it. I'm not hungover. It was a Thursday night, for goodness sake. I'm not going to go crazy on a Thursday night, am I? Oh, I can't do that anymore. Can you? I don't know how old you guys are, but things sure change when you're out of your 30s. Whoa. This one, it's hard. It comes out a lot. I think they want you to use it all up in like 2 squirts, which sounds a bit weird. You know, I like the smell of this stuff. It smells a lot different than the Barbasol. And it reminds me of actually going on trips, because that's when I used it. The travel size. And I always like to check my bags, because I don't like carrying stuff in the airport. I don't know what it is. You guys have any guilty YouTube pleasures, like channels that you like to watch that you'd almost be embarrassed to tell people that you watch? There's like those people that eat weird stuff on YouTube and then throw up or drink. Like, there's something called the Wine Power Hour. Have you heard of that? Kids, don't do that. Men, women, don't do that. It's where they drink 1 shot of wine every minute for an hour. That's over 60 ounces of wine. That's ridiculous. And they invariably start throwing up at the end.
So that's my 7 deadly sins of wet shaving. So be well, everyone. I just want to thank Paul. You know, Paul has another channel. Paul has another channel, 007 Vauxhall, and it's hot and spicy. And you have to either eat before you watch it, or you have to eat while you're watching it. He's always making me...
How's it going? The heat's on. Right. Those burnt, mind you, they don't look as bad today. Black looking things. They're not from the crematorium. Them are the Marks and Spencer's hot and spicy wings. And these are the Morrison's chicken, hot and spicy chicken strips from the freezer bit. I love them. Tesco's Sunblushed, and this was rather a thick one this week, don't know if you can tell, and sometimes it's a job to get the crunch on the thick one. Not for me, I can do it. And these were the same, they had like a sauce on them, and I thought, are you going to go, well, let's have a try one. Never mind that. Bloody hell, that is nice. I haven't even asked, have I asked how you are? How are you doing?
He's always eating. So I'm going to have a little snack at the end of this video here. A little snack here, just like Paul does at his other channel, his 007 Vauxhall. He makes it hot and spicy. So let me put that down a minute. I got to make that hot and spicy. So I have a little bit of this hot sauce here. He always has different sauces and things to make it hot and spicy. And he always, you know, he gets you hungry. He always pours a little hot sauce on. It's never hot enough for him. He can take it. I can't. So I have to be a little delicate with it. So in honor of Paul for picking me, for tagging me, and for... all right, so I'm going to tag somebody. I'm going to tag SinatraLennon. Why not? He made my envy. I'm going to tag him. So SinatraLennon, you're tagged. Your 7 deadly sins of shaving. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. And all the best. Hot and spicy. Bye-bye.